Hey, welcome. So, let me ask you something. Do you understand English perfectly when you're reading a book or listening to a podcast? But the moment you have to actually speak it, you freeze up? Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how to bridge that gap and finally unlock that confident speaker that's inside you. Okay, let's get into it.
You know this feeling, right? It's so frustrating. All the words are right there, swimming around in your head, but they just refuse to come out of your mouth. It's that moment of panic when you feel like the spotlight is on you. But here's the good news. This is a totally solvable problem. And believe it or not, it has less to do with your vocabulary and way more to do with your approach.
So here's our game plan, a 5-step journey to get you speaking confidently. First, we're going to tackle the speaking paradox. Then we'll fix our mindset. After that, we get into the fun stuff, training your brain and mouth. Then we'll look at how your new AI tutor can help, and finally, we'll wrap it all up into a super simple 15-minute daily habit.
All right, first up, the speaking paradox. And honestly, this is probably the single most important idea we're going to talk about today. We have got to stop treating English like a school subject you have to study, because it's just not. I mean, think about it like this. You can't learn to swim by reading a book about it, right? You have to physically get in the water and practice. Well, speaking English is exactly the same. It's a physical skill, just like swimming or riding a bike. It's all about building muscle memory in your mouth, your tongue, and your brain. You can memorize every single grammar rule in the world, but that won't make you a speaker. Only practice will. So before we jump into that metaphorical water, we have to deal with the fear that's keeping us standing on the edge of the pool. This part is all about psychology. Because for most people, your mindset is a much bigger barrier than your grammar ever will be.
And the main villain in this story for most learners is something called the spotlight effect. You know that feeling? It's the belief that as soon as you open your mouth to speak, this giant, bright spotlight clicks on right above your head, and everyone, and I mean everyone, is just listening for you to make a mistake. But is that actually what's happening? The truth, people are way more interested in what you have to say than how perfectly you say it. They're trying to understand your message, your idea, and honestly, they're probably too busy worrying about their own stuff to even notice a little slip-up. So here's the new rule you've got to adopt, the good enough rule. Fluency isn't about perfection, it's just about connection. If you got your idea across and the other person understood you, guess what? That's a success. You won. Celebrate that. Okay, so now that we've got our mindset right, let's get into the actual exercises.
Okay, mindset is fixed. Now it's time to get practical. This section is all about the training, the specific exercises that are going to build that muscle memory we talked about earlier. This is where the real change starts to happen.
First, let's talk about what you're listening to, your input. We need to stop study listening, where you're passively listening and trying to catch grammar rules. Instead, we need to start acquisition listening. The goal here is to actively absorb the natural patterns and the rhythm of the language, the way it really sounds. It's how little kids learn to talk. They just absorb everything. They don't study it.
And here is a fantastic way to do that. Don't just binge your favorite show. Use the Netflix and skill method. It's simple. First, watch a short 5-minute scene with the subtitles on so you get what's going on. Then, immediately watch that exact same scene again, but this time turn the subtitles off. Your brain will go into overdrive trying to fill in the blanks. And then, this part is super important. Write down 3 new phrases, not just words, that you can actually use.
Okay, now for output, what's coming out of your mouth. This technique is the absolute gold standard. It's called shadowing. It's so simple but incredibly powerful. You find a video of a native speaker. A TED Talk is perfect for this. Listen to one sentence, pause the video, and then repeat the sentence right away. But the secret sauce is in step 5. You have to mimic everything. Don't just say the words, copy the music of their voice, the pitch, the rhythm, even the tiny pauses. This is how you train your mouth to actually sound like a native speaker.
And here are 2 more amazing techniques you can try. The mirror technique, literally just talk to yourself in the mirror for 2 minutes a day. It feels weird at first, but it seriously builds confidence. Or you can try narrating your life. As you're making your coffee in the morning, just describe what you're doing out loud in English, like you're your own vlogger. Okay, now I'm getting the milk. It directly connects the words to the actions, so you don't have to translate in your head.
Now, all this practice is great, but you might be thinking, what if I don't have anyone to practice with? Well, that's where technology comes to the rescue. Seriously, one of the biggest trends changing language learning right now is using AI as your own personal, on-demand tutor.
Tools like ChatGPT's voice mode or Elsa Speak are game changers. You can ask them to role-play any situation you want, a job interview, ordering at a restaurant, anything. And the best part? The AI is there for you 24/7 and it will never, ever judge you for making a mistake. This gives you a completely safe space to practice, mess up, and get better without any of the pressure.
And while you're practicing, please remember this one crucial rule. Don't just learn single words. Learn words in chunks or groups. Native speakers don't think, I will do my homework. The brain thinks of do my homework as one single piece. So instead of just learning decision, learn make a decision. Learning these natural phrases will make you sound so much more fluent.
So, we've got the right mindset and we've got the techniques. The final piece of this puzzle is just putting it all together into a routine. And the secret here is so simple. Consistency always beats intensity. Doing a little bit every single day is way more powerful than one long, exhausting session once a week.
And look how easy this can be. We're just talking about 15 minutes a day. That's it. Maybe 5 minutes in the morning, just reading a news headline out loud a few times to warm up your mouth. 5 minutes on your commute, listening to an English podcast to tune your ear. And then 5 minutes in the evening, just recapping your day to yourself in the mirror. Anybody can find 15 minutes, right?
And what's the payoff for being this consistent? Well, according to the source material we looked at, a dedicated beginner who does this kind of practice every day can reach a pretty solid conversational level in just 6 months. Think about that. In 6 months, your life could be completely different. So, as you get started, I want you to remember this. It's going to feel awkward at first. You are definitely going to make mistakes, and that is a good thing. Every single time you stumble over a word, it's not a failure. It's proof that you're trying. It's proof that you're in the water, and you're learning how to swim. Every little stutter is a step forward. Ultimately, learning to speak English isn't just about grammar or words. It's about unlocking your own voice so you can share your ideas, your stories, and your unique personality with the entire world. The world is out there, waiting to hear what you have to say. So, the only question left is, what are you going to say first?